All right. Are we live? Are we live, ladies and gentlemen? Boys, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, boys. I am at somewhat percentage, and that percentage is not 100%. Adam Jacobs just watched Endgame. I watched it last night, and we could probably get into that at a later date. I'm right now, but yeah, wow. Okay, I just started talking. Wow, I am not feeling that good, boys. But we are still going to do something that has never been done before, never been attempted. As the Paul Wilson, my man, how you doing, man? How you doing in the chat, Paul Wilson? Shout out to you in the chat. I appreciate you coming out, supporting the boy. I appreciate it. But we're gonna do something a little bit different here, and so you know what? Let me just go on camera. Let me just grace you all with the goodness of my. I look like crap right now. Hold on, let me turn on this light. Excuse me. All right, all right. What is going on, guys? It is your boy TKD 123 here, back again with another video. And so what we're doing here is gonna be a quick stream. It is going to be obviously, well, not obviously, you guys don't know yet, but it is our week. So let me explain. So on the channel, every Friday we do our weekly news show called Save Slot, where we go over the week's first party and third party news revolving around PlayStation. As you all know, on Fridays, however, now it is Friday, but your boy has had a very packed schedule due to college finals as well as Endgame. So your boy did not have time to sit down and create the full video as I do, edit all the good stuff and have it ready for Friday. So I thought the idea, hey, why not do it live? We'll see how it goes. I don't know if it's going to suck. I don't know. My boy, Tiki223 Triple XD plus Jake Paul plus Xbox Haters. Shout out to the chat. I don't know how much I will actually look at the chat and interact with you guys while we actually do the show. And by show, I mean, the save slot topics and everything. I probably won't. What's up? Forget the 20. How you doing, man? I appreciate you coming over. And so, you know what? With that all said, I say, without further ado, let's just play the intro. Let's just get this popping. So, what's going on, guys? It is your boy, TKD, 123 here, back with you. And today we're to go over all of the news. Let me start over. I feel a little bit sick. I'm going to wipe my nose real quick. And we're going to start from the top, okay? You guys didn't hear that intro, okay? You guys didn't hear that, okay? Let me get a little water. All right. Woosah, woosah. We can do it again. Are you ready? Everyone ready in chat? Everyone good? All right. I'll pay you $20 if you sing "Oh Yeah, Yeah" live. Maybe. Ooh, okay. All right. What's going on, guys? It is your boy TKD123 here, back in video, and today we're going to go over all of the news revolving third party and first party revolving around PlayStation on this week's episode of Save Slot. First up here on the docket, we have the announcement that God of War is getting its own documentary. Now, this is very similar to the vein of the Last of Us documentary, which I actually watched this week, after the whole news came out about this God of War documentary, but it will follow and chronicle the development of the actual game of the year 2018, God of War, and it's being rumored, and I think it's actually confirmed here in this article, like, I'm not really sure, but they have more than 400 hours of footage to go through. So we don't really know how long this is going to be, or, if it's when it's going to be uploaded or whatever, but we always have that it is coming soon. That's all they said. And I personally can't wait for this because I love God of War. You guys are very much well aware. I love the game, and I cannot wait to see this full documentary revolving around the game. So they say here, quote, they say, the ultimate goal was to go beyond a making of piece and dig deeper into the experiences of those who spend relentless time and effort into making something great. All creative endeavors, especially those of this magnitude, require an incredible amount of dedication and focus that constantly toe the fine line that separates both success and failure. So I cannot praise away with this. There's a trailer here as well that I will link, of course, in the description. All right, guys, we're doing good. We're doing good. This is so interesting doing this live. This is so weird. All right, woosah woosah. Next up here, of course, a lot of you have played Spider-Man PS4. I personally have as well, and there is a actually full playthrough upload to the channel. You can check that out, where I went through and played my first playthrough on Spider-Man PS4, and I'll upload it to the channel. But of course, while Spider-Man PS4 has a ton of Easter eggs, including the Sanctum Sanctorum from Doctor Strange, we have a ton of different other, not really cameos, but just Easter eggs across the world with the backpacks that you get from the collectibles of Spider-Man PS4. There's another really neat Easter egg that Spider-Man PS4 has that I'm sure you guys are not aware of, because I definitely wasn't aware of. And so what it is that there are, of course, a variety of Jewish NPCs that are around New York City, as there are, a lot of Jewish people in New York City. And so what they have, went in with is that the game reads your PS4 internal clock and sees if it's on Saturday. And when it's on Saturday, the Jewish NPCs celebrate the day of rest, or the Sabbath. And so they will not be present in the game on Saturday. So if you load Spider-Man PS4 tomorrow, actually, of this recording, if you load up tomorrow and you try to look for these Jewish NPCs, in theory, you will not be able to see them because they're celebrating Sabbath. So pretty cool to see that they are, going to that level of depth and that level of detail and doing that as well. So I did enjoy that. Now, a little game came out. I mean, not game. A little movie came out this week. Of course, Avengers Endgame. Please do not spoil the Endgame in the chat. I'm not looking at the chat, and I've already seen the movie, so I cannot be spoiled. But make sure to those that are watching live or watching after the VOD, please respect the Endgame. No spoiling. And they, of course, have a very strong relationship. The Russo brothers have a very strong relationship with Fortnite. And that they were started teasing this. So they started teasing whatever it takes, something happening on 25th. Something happening yesterday, April 25th, on that Thursday. And then we also got some more tweets as well throughout the week. We got, what's convicting here is the Stormbreaker. And before we had, of course, Captain America's shield. And then with the third tweet here, that was Iron Man's gauntlets, or Iron Man's repulsors, or whatever you call it. So we got all these, and then that all led up to the Fortnite Avengers Endgame events limited time mode. I'm going to breathe, guys. Hold on. I'm very sick. All right. So the mode came out on Thursday, and I played it a few times. I love it. I think it's super fun. Essentially, you get split up into two different teams, and you're either on Thanos' side or the Avengers side. On Thanos' side, you play as one of the Chitauri invaders, and you go out and you have to collect all the Infinity Stones for Thanos. And once he has them all, I believe the other team's respawn is disabled, or the other way around, where you essentially have to go out and find the Infinity Stones. However, on the Avengers side, you have to stop them from grabbing the Infinity Stones, and you have to eventually kill Thanos once you do so. And so pretty cool to see that they are tying in it this deep. And I personally love the mode. I think it's great. I think it's a very, very cool mode. Very fun, I'd say, as well. So definitely do enjoy that they add this. And I am going to be so sad when this leaves, because I think it's awesome. It's going to be really upsetting when they remove it, because I wish this was a forever mode in Fortnite, but of course, all things cannot last forever. Next up here, we have Kingdom Hearts 3. I am not the biggest fan of Kingdom Hearts 3, and by biggest fan, I mean, I only, know the story somewhat when we did that whole Cross Circle series where we went over the entire story of Kingdom Hearts, which is pretty cool. So that's my only sense of being a fan. However, they added a critical mode to the game from a free update that came out this week. I believe it was on Wednesday or whatever. And so essentially, it's just a more harder difficulty. And I believe you can get some critical moves, I believe, that have a better attack power and better damage. Not really sure the full logistics of it, just because I have never played Kingdom Hearts 3 or any Kingdom Hearts game for that matter. So, it's just a harder difficulty. I know a lot of people were wanting to have this in the game, so now you have it in the game. Next up here, E3 2019, let's talk about it, okay? We all know people are pulling out, people are coming in, However, Square Enix has came out and announced that they, in a very, very bold move, have taken Sony's historic spot in E3. So they are going to be doing their showcase on June 10th at 6 p.m. I believe 6 p.m. No, I'm sorry, 18 Pacific. Is that 6 p.m.? Yeah. I hope that's 6 p.m. I'm not going to do the math right now. But they'll be doing it on June 10th. That's Sunday night. No, Monday night. Monday night, and they'll be taking Sony's slot, which... can mean a lot of different things here, right? So I hope, personally from me, from my angle, I really hope that we get to see the Avengers game finally get revealed. I think it's a great time to show it. It's been a few years since they've had that initial reveal. That was back in January, I believe, maybe 2016, maybe 2017. Not really sure which one it was, but it's been a long time. So I really hope that they come out and they are able to show off that Avengers Endgame trailer and just a little bit more news about that game. It could be another Final Fantasy as well, and there's a bunch of different things, but my personal hope is that they come out swinging with that Avengers, because I think it's a great time right now. Obviously, Endgame just came out. It's on that massive high. A lot of people love Avengers, so I think that it could be a very, very good step to, unveil this game, hopefully at E3. That's what I'm presuming. But also at E3, Square Enix is not the only people at E3, of course, and we have a new contender coming to the E3 fold, and that is VR. So VR is getting its own showcase. So I believe it's going to be by Upload VR that is the people that are behind this showcase, and it's going to be a pre-recorded one, and they said that they have a lot of inspiration off of Greg Miller's Kind of Funny showcase. We here at PlayStation Stores are very big fans of Kind of Funny. However, in the same vein as Greg Miller did that, they're doing the same thing with VR. So it will not be a live stage presence, I believe. It's going to be just a video format showcase showing off a bunch of different VR games that they are going to come for the year. And so I think this is cool. Honestly, I think it's a very, very neat thing to have where, VR will be represented during E3 2019 and hopefully E3 is to come. Similar to like the PC gaming show, how they have that. So I believe that this is a very, very cool way to kind of just legitimize the VR in a way, but also just have a platform for VR games to thrive and be shown off at the show. So really do like that as well. Got a quick news here about, of course, Crash Team Racing Crash Team Racing, CTR, and they released the cover for the game. So it's right here, up fresh on screen, looking pretty cool, if I say so myself. And it's very similar to the other artworks that we have from this recent, this recent kind of resurgence in these old games getting new life. And so it looks similar to the Spyro artwork. It looks similar to the Crash, the regular Crash. There we go. Not Team Racing, but it looks very cool in that same aesthetic. So really cool to see that they unveiled that. And I may pick this up, probably, guys. I'm not sure yet. I don't know. We'll see. But we'll see when the game comes out. Now, next up here. This one's a doozy, okay? You all know my roots in gaming definitely derive a lot from Call of Duty. Obviously, I played stuff before Call of Duty, but Call of Duty, I feel like, is what made me the level of gamer that I am today, the more hardcore standpoint. And back in the day as a kid, I would play games, a lot, I'd say, and I definitely did enjoy them for sure. But I feel like I went to a deeper level with Call of Duty, and so... So any Call of Duty news, I'm really down for. And so what we have here is an article. Call of Duty invited out some college players of football, to go out and play the next Call of Duty, and they only had, the agency to say that they're playing the next Call of Duty. They could not name it, right? So Eurogamer does a report on this whole thing, talking about Call of Duty 2019 at the private event, etc. And there's something here that has a lot of people fishing that I'm actually drinking this tea, you guys. So check this out. Follow with me, okay? The first word of the first paragraph is modern, right? The first word of the second paragraph is war. The first word of the third paragraph is fair. And the last one is for. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I believe Tom Phillips here. I believe Tom Phillips is indeed the plug for the leak of the next Call of Duty. I think it can be Modern Warfare 4. A lot of leaks are leaning to it. This is not the only leak we've had in the past. We have a ton of different evidence to support that Modern Warfare 4 is indeed the next Call of Duty, and this is just another staple in the entire thing. So I don't know, guys. I believe Tom Phillips here. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below in the chat. What do you guys think about Modern Warfare 4? Do you think it's real? Do you think that this is just some crazy coincidence? I don't think it is. I think it's legit. Now, let's talk about this whole big thing that Respawn posted, addressing Apex and its community and stuff like that. And so a big thing that, the main takeaway here was that, they were addressing the updates about how, Apex, they are not going to update it weekly or at some crazy rate because they care about the employees' health at the studio, and so they really do take that into consideration when they plan out content for the game, and so that's why it is not as rapid paced as Fortnite is, and so they are going to stand by that model. They support that model wholeheartedly, and what was interesting here is this last thing here that has a lot of people. Is this one, or let me make sure? Yeah, but here, okay, so this one, I'm gonna read this paragraph here. It's a doozy, if I must say. So, lastly, regarding other games in development at Respawn, it is important to understand that there are entirely separate development teams working on Apex Legends, Star Wars Last Jedi, and Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Additionally, in order to fully support Apex Legends, we are pushing out plans for future Titanfall games. No resources from the Apex Legends team are being shifted to other titles in development here at the studio, nor are we pulling resources from the team working on Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. And so there it is, guys. The main T here is that they have seemingly canceled or put on hold or pushing out plans for future Titanfall games, which is a bit upsetting. You know what I'm saying? That was a big thing that a lot of people were talking about when Apex first got revealed. It was, going to be, hey, what happens to Titanfall? What is the deal there? And now this is the deal right here. Like, this was happening. So now they are going to push over those resources in order to fully support Apex Legends, which I love Apex, big fan of the game, but it is a bit upsetting hearing this because I have yet to play the Titanfall 2 campaign. I know it's insanely great. I will get to it, I swear. I just need to figure out when. But I know a lot of people are very upset about this news and everything. But again, it's not canceled. It's just being pushed out. So, eventually we will get it, of course. But we had one more thing that Jason Schreier I wanted to highlight here. And it was that stance about, them taking a stand and really caring about the employee aspect of health more than the content of the game. So he said, quote, "We know that in addition to addressing issues with the game, everyone is hungry for us to add new content. The studio culture that we've worked hard to cultivate, health and the health of our team are very important. We take those things into account when we discuss our content roadmap. The production schedule and the frequency in which we can update the game are long-term goals to ensure Apex Legends always feels alive and thriving with a focus on quality of content over novelty of speed of release. At the same time, we want to maintain our culture as a development team and avoid crunch that can quickly lead to burnout or worse." So this is, I think, honestly, should be said in the conversation, especially when we have news. I believe it was this week or last week that employees at Epic Games have been working 70, 80, almost 100 hours a week to keep up with Fortnite and stuff like that. And so I think that this is definitely something that is obviously in the conversation right now in the gaming landscape. And I commend Respawn for doing this. You know what I'm saying? Like, they say, hey, listen, guys, I know y'all want a lot of content. I understand that. And there's a bunch of other games that are doing such. But we here at Respawn are not going to do that. We are going to, cultivate a very just environment that cares about the health of the employees. Not that other places don't, but crunch is a real thing in this. Crunch is a real thing in this industry. Like, crunch is a real thing, and so they want to avoid that, which I think is a very, very cool thing. Very, very cool thing to see here. I'm gonna blow my nose because hold on. God, I feel like I'm getting sick. All right. You all ready for this? You all ready, guys? We're almost there. We got 2 more stories and we're done. Okay, let's go. Sony has released their Q4, fiscal year highlights, and they are impressive to say the least. So we have a nice tweet here that recaps it, but I have an article down below that links the whole entire thing. You can go check it out. But this is the main highlights that was said. So they shipped 17.8 million PS4s this fiscal year, beating their forecast of 17.5 at 96.8 long time. I believe, I don't know what LTD stands for, but I think the now current number of PS4 sold is 96.8. So we are quickly coming up at that nice sweet $100 million sold mark, which I cannot. That's just impressive as hell. Next we have PS Now at 700,000. Next up here, we have PS Now at 700,000 subscribers, which is a growth of 40% year over year. So people see that there. They shipped 257.6 million units of software, setting an all-time PlayStation record. That is impressive also. And gaming profits are up 75% year over year. So Right now, PlayStation is killing it right now. They are absolutely slaying the game. And they also, we have one more tweet here. I'll just read it right now, just off the cuff. I was planning on reading this, but also worth noting that Sony has confirmed no PS5 release in the next 12 months. So it's looking like quarter 4 holiday 2020 is indeed the beginning of next generation. So they said that in this report that they will not release PS5 hardware in the next 12 months. And so that is completely going to negate the spring 2020 dates, and that could lead a lot of benefits to having a November 2020 release, which I think is going to be a great thing. I think it would have been cool if they had a spring and November, because you will get the hardcore still getting it in spring, and it will have time for developers to develop games to really boost the holiday 2020 for the casual market to get the PS5. So I think that could be a really cool strategy, but hey, they say they're not going to do that, so there we go. So PS5 cooking up, PlayStation doing great right now. It's a great time to be a PlayStation gamer. And lastly here, we have... oh my gosh, I'm going to die. Lastly here, what is a save slot episode, boys, without Hideo Kojima on Death Stranding? So this one is a little bit more interesting, I'd say. So this was from, I believe, a film festival where he was at. And so what he said here was that essentially, Death Stranding, everyone will be connected, right? And he went on to kind of break this down. I won't read all of this, but maybe like a little bit here. There are so many things happening in the real world, in America, in Europe. Everything is actually connected by the internet. But in a way, we're not connected in the real world these days. I'm putting that as a metaphor in the game. The player will have to reconnect the world in the game. You're very alone. There's solitude, but you're trying to connect. The story and the gameplay, the key word is connection. There are so many things in between, of course, but the key is connection. And so I'm going to leave it at that, guys. I would love for someone just be like, hey, Kev, listen, Kevin, TKD123, my man, host of PlayStation Source, what's poppin'? I'm going to explain Death Stranding to you. And honestly, to be fair, that was a pretty detailed description. Like, that actually told a lot more than what we're used to about, Death Stranding. So, I don't know. So, you know what? Let's read a little bit more. Why not? Whatever. We have time. Also, through in a really new idea, you're connecting the game and everyone is playing it together. And you'll be connected. Everyone will be connected together as well. I can't say anything because Sony will be very unhappy. I don't want to be disconnected from Sony. All right, Kojima out here wildin'. But you guys can read the full thing. I have a link down in the description. Maybe go check out this article to read more about it. But hey, you know what? We'll all be connected in Death Stranding. I don't know, boys. That's what it is, guys. I don't know. So, let me not show y'all that. I'm sorry. Let me not show y'all. Let me show y'all this. All right. Actually, I'm gonna do the outro, then I'll reply to some of y'all in the chat. Okay. So, all right. Hope you all enjoyed this episode of Save Slot. If you all enjoyed, make sure to leave a like on the video, as well as subscribe to PlayStation Source to keep up with the latest and greatest in PlayStation. Down below in the description where you can find our various social media links, find our Discord, our Twitter, our Twitch, all the good stuff. Make sure to follow us on there below. Thank you for watching, and as always, greatness awaits. All right. That was the first ever time I did it live, so hope y'all enjoyed it. Now, what do we have here left off? Okay, so no one's seeking into the triple XD. I forgot the rest. Acknowledge your mistake. Aiden Jacobs wild in the chat. Aiden, I'm gonna need you to relax. Alright, that sounds crazy here. Now, what else we got here? Kevin, do you recommend Witcher 3? Honestly, I have not played Witcher 3. I know it's critically acclaimed. I know it's a good thing, but I believe my first CD Projekt Red game is going to be Cyberpunk. I'm just not interested in starting Witcher 3. You know, that's just me. I don't know. So Aiden Jacob says, bye. I really want a COD Ghost 2. Wow. That's a hot take. My friend Ryan. That's a hot take, I tell you what. Okay. As a COD fan, right? As a COD true and true old school fanboy, right? I don't think Ghost was inherently bad. I think it was just a bit boring. I don't know why. I just found Ghost to be very much a run-of-the-mill, very just unfun Call of Duty. You know what I'm saying? That was me. I don't think it was bad. I think people mistake unfun or just not, enticing or boring with bad. I don't think that's the case because people will come to me and say, yo, my favorite Call of Duty Black Ops 1, as my favorite COD. I love Black Ops 1. But people will say that Black Ops 1 is boring because it's so balanced, right? And I can see that point, but I still love Black Ops 1 to death. Like, that's still my favorite. So, I wouldn't say Ghost was bad. I just think it was just boring to me, personally. I just didn't like Ghost that much. But, Fro, Get a 20 says, get better soon. Guys, I think I'm actually getting sick, and I'm a bit upset. I'm a bit upset about it, honestly. I don't have work tomorrow, so that's good. And so, honestly, I want to start Days Gone tonight, but I don't think I'm in the streaming mode. I don't have the energy right now to be streaming right now on Twitch. So I think I'm going to, unfortunately, put off Days Gone until tomorrow. And we'll just stream a ton of it tomorrow because I'll be off. That might be the move. But I want to play it tonight. I want to play Days Gone. That was the whole idea. I was supposed to go to class on Friday, do my project thesis thing on Capstone. And then come home and then record Save Slot. And then just stream until I die. But I'm dying a lot sooner than that, so that's unfortunate. But you know what, guys? I want to say thank you for everyone here that was with me on this first time doing Save Slot Live. Hope y'all enjoyed. If y'all enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, as well as check out all of our links down in the description, as well as support Position Source if you deem so worthy. But thank you all for working out with me. I appreciate it on this Friday nights, and I will catch you all later in future content. Thank you all for rocking with me. I appreciate it, and also having patience with my current sickness, I guess. But I'm going to go down some NyQuil and stuff like that. And probably, soup sounds really good. Soup sounds really good. I might make some soup, guys. Can you guys hear me wheezing? Oh my God. But all right, shout out to y'all. Check out the Twitter for info on when I'll be streaming Days Gone and stuff like that. So shout out to y'all. And it might be tonight. I don't know, guys. Just make sure to keep it locked on Twitter. And I will catch y'all later. So peace out. It's been Safe Slot.